Earnings just in from NBC Universal parent. Comcast adjusted quarterly profit came in at 65 cents a share. That beat consensus by 13 cents. Revenue also exceeded Wall Street forecasts. And this is a fascinating report because it's so multifaceted. And I guess the bright spot for the company continues to be this focus on broadband and how well broadband is actually doing. In fact, because of broadband, the company was able to add 633,000 customers, which brings the number of new customer relationships to a net 556. So, you know, all these companies like Comcast are dealing with cord cutting and everything else. But when you've got sort of a broadband base to back things up, that goes a long way, and it went a long way in these numbers. If you want to look for, you guys see the theme park business, and it pains me to see that, but that's why most of these results are down from a year ago, even though a lot of the parts of the company are doing really, really well. But when theme parks go down, I mean, the numbers are really kind of staggering, but they really aren't staggering because they're closed, or at least they're reopening with not a whole lot of people back there, or had been closed. Now they're reopening. So, and then actually, you look at NBC Universal, we had the sports coverage, and there were other setbacks, but I'd say dealing pretty well with everything, even though revenue at NBC Universal total was down 18.9%. But that obviously includes the theme parks, where revenue was down 80.9%. 80.9%.
Yeah, they say
Universal Studios was tough too. I mean, think about it. Universal Studios, you can't go see a movie really in a theater. Go ahead, Beck. Sorry.
Joe, I was just going to say on your point about the theme parks, they say excluding that segment, the theme parks,
would have been up 9%.
Yeah, it would have grown by 9% for EBITDA year over year, and that's pretty impressive.
But even the way it is, I think most of the metrics are pretty solid for in terms of beating expectations anyway. Most year over year, when you have theme parks, movies, and things like that, it's not going to be up year over year. So the stock at this point, you've seen it's come down a little bit. It was down yesterday, obviously, and the day before, but it's up a little bit today, up about 0.6%. And there are people who are going through this right now, obviously. Peacock had a pretty good launch.
Peacock is a big deal, too.
The way that the way that it's together with Xfinity, and I'd say, and I've been on it a few times. You guys get it? You guys are on it once in a while? I've noted it. I don't mind. If I know I have a minute, it's only a minute of my life, I don't feel that bad. I kind of like the commercials. Seeing them once in a while. And the little thing at the bottom goes...
Well, they had 22 million signups. Yeah.
Still
22 million signups. They recently, as you know, secured distribution on Roku. But what's interesting is they exceeded every internal engagement metric on Peacock without the benefit of the Olympics, which have been postponed, and without the benefit of The Office, which they'll be getting in January of 2021.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.